you. Make me look good.
So, do you want to be boring tonight? I didn't mean to sound like that. So
She can't be boring tonight. She's going to the Fox.
Woohoo! We're gonna You're gonna be able to see you from the stage. You're gonna be sparkling and shining.
Make me look as good as you.
I can do. I mean, you've got a much better foundation to start with. So let's. I'm sure you'll be gorgeous. So look at that.
You guys can do it wherever you need to.
I'm just trying to
Come up here.
wrap around. So here I have this liner that you guys got. I just got it from the Women's Working Convention show. So you always want to test out your foundation down here to see if it matches. You never want to do it like on your back of your hand, or because your hand is not the same color as your face. So you see that? That looks really good. You can't really even see it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, feel how smooth it is with that primer. So awesome. So let's go ahead and we're going to put some foundation. We're going to give you a couple pumps, and you're going to put it here, here, right here. I'll do your eyes if I just want to kind of get, all of this.
You're going to do the rest?
Yeah, why not? So here, I'll tell you what, we're just going to put it on my hand and go ahead and...
Just with my finger, or am I like supposed to?
No, you can use your finger. Remember, you wash your hands, so you're good and clean.
Okay.
So up here on the side. No, you don't have to rub it in yet. Just put it. Yeah, just put it on there. We're gonna use it. We're gonna use a blender to. Can somebody wet this down for me? Just
like
get it
this?
good and wet. And yep, exactly. Yes, exactly. Perfect.
Is that good?
Yep, you're looking good.
Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, we're gonna be dripping all over you, and I don't want to ruin your beautiful yellow shirt. So. Kathy is wetting down our sponge. I typically use like a beauty blender. Actually, I use a Tati Beauty Blendiful now. But a beauty blender is awesome too. Do you have a beauty blender at home? So you just wet those down, and hopefully that will work well. Okay, so hang on just a second. Sorry, I wasn't planning for that not to be wet. What do you guys want to see? So, hi, we're live right now, and we have our volunteer here. We're doing her makeup. She's doing part of it, and I'm going to do part of it. So go ahead and bounce, bounce, bounce. You know how to use the beauty blender. So go ahead and bounce, bounce, bounce.
Do I though?
Well, let's see. Do you? Yeah.
You bounce, bounce, bounce. That's
Yes, you bounce. So, so what you want to do is you want to bounce it in to kind of really put it into the skin. So if you have a beauty blender at home or a something similar, you don't have to buy the Beauty Blender brand. They're very nice, but there are so many that are just as good as the Beauty Blender brand, if not better.
Do you not like brushes to do that?
So I do sometimes use brushes, but this is kind of a fuller coverage, and sometimes with some of the fuller coverage foundations, you'll see those stroke marks all over your face. So that's why I typically like to use beauty blenders instead. Wow, this color is a really beautiful match for you. I typically like to use beauty blenders just because it helps really soak that makeup into the skin, and so it kind of goes into the skin and it doesn't just sit on top of the skin.
There is a mineral powder brush somewhere, and it's real short and stubby, and I don't know if you've ever seen that one. No, it's even shorter than that. I'll have to show Katie, because that one's the only brush I like for a brush. It's even...
And also, so when you are doing anything with makeup around your face, our face does not stop here. So always bring it back to the ear and down, because you don't want that line of demarcation. So you can see my contour right there, but so you want that line really seamless, and so it goes back so that all of that stuff kind of blends together. Wow, this color is perfect for you. What color is this? Soft blush.
Do you go down the neck or no?
Not too much. I definitely go down a little bit.
Yeah.
But not too much. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna contour around her jawline. You can see mine. See, instantly lose 5 pounds.
That's perfect. Yeah, I don't.
And if we do really dark, we can make it 10. Perfect. So I know. I think the darker I put it on, the more it's gonna be. So by the end of today, I'll probably be done with 40 pounds. Woohoo! So how does that look? How do you feel that looks on your face?
Good.
And you can. I know that has the.
It's nice and bright. Yes. So I'll look at this one. Yeah.
Yeah. That's so. Let me see. Hang on, friends on live. We're going to.
I noticed you didn't do my eyelids. Is that?
I didn't, because we're going to prime your eyelids. Okay. We are going to prime your eyelids with the Arbonne Prim and Proper eye makeup primer. So, and just like on your face, you need a good primer to start with your eyes so that your eye makeup doesn't crease and that your eye makeup doesn't, go all over the place. So we'll put this primer on now. So go ahead and I'm just gonna tap it on and we're gonna blend it out. If you people on live have any questions, shoot them out, and somebody here who's not doing makeup can let us know what they are. So we're gonna go ahead and prime this other side. You have got great eyes. Lots of eyelid space here, so that's awesome. We're gonna do some pretty, pretty, pretty looks on you. So, does anybody here have any questions? So we have that done. Anybody here? Your makeup looks really beautiful.
Oh, mine?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, where are we at? We've done that. So, concealer. Where's that beautiful concealer I saw, Kathy? Oh, here it is. It's right here.
And your other one is right there. That's probably the light you had out.
So you are definitely fairer. So we are gonna go light with you.
What is she saying?
So we're gonna.
She says any color.
I have a pen.
Okay. So do you use concealer now? Okay. So concealer. We want to cover up the dark circles under your eyes, brighten and lighten the face. So with contour and highlight will bring it up, contour will put it back. So where you want to have the shadows and the highlight, you want to bring out those areas. So under the eyes, we want those to kind of come alive and the cheekbones to be contoured out. So, Kathy, can I use this just on her face?
We don't know each other very well, but okay. I'm just teasing.
I don't think
She's like, whatever.
Okay, so go ahead and look up. So I tend to go down and see if you want to look. This is where. Yeah, but it won't. Okay, so if you want to look over there and show everybody. So
This is concealer.
this is concealer. Yes. So we are going to buff that into the under eye. So go ahead and look up for me. Kathy, I had told them if they had any questions to let us know. Or to
Or if
ask.
there's anything you want to see.
I always take a little bit of the concealer up. And now go ahead and look up. I always take it onto my eyelid as well. Okay. I'm not left-handed then. I'm gonna have to come over this side. Okay.
Pull that down.
Okay. And just tap, tap, tap. Everything you just want to tap. You can blend for her. I mean, you can just keep blending and blending and blending. My suggestion is to always go in with a light hand because it's hard to take stuff off, but you can always add more. So like my eye look today took quite a while because I started building up the outside and I just kept adding a little bit more and building until I got to the desired depthness that I want. Now go ahead and look up. Now, if I could have you take this and go just a little bit closer to the eye because I don't want to get right up in your eye. Does anyone here bake? Bake their eyes? Yeah?
Oh, no.
No, I bake brown.
Yeah, sorry. So what did you guys bring me? So baking is a process that was actually started by the drag queen community, and what they do is you bake your under eyes and you put like translucent powder under there and give a really good bake to it, and that will really like kind of set your concealer, set everything in.
Is that better?
Yes, that looks good. And it will, also it kind of helps for fallout. So if you're putting on your eyeshadow, it kind of helps with that fallout. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this. And I use my beauty blender for this as well. So, I have a Blendiful by a girl named Tati, and I absolutely love it. So you go ahead and look up, and we're going to pack on the powder right here. Now, you're gonna be like, oh my God, what is she doing? There's way too much powder on her face. But that's what we want because we are going to pack it on and then we're going to dust it off. So, I'm sorry.
That's good.
Why don't you do this? Because I
No,
feel
no,
like
you're doing a great job.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't want to like stab you in the face. I'm sorry. It's kind of hard with this.
I'm really enjoying this. Thoroughly, actually.
Okay. And so you want to go all up under the eye and just get a good, a nice good base here with the brush. So you can kind of see here how your under eyes are, well, everything's really bright. You can kind of see how your under eyes are kind of brightened up a little bit. Mm-hmm. And so we're going to leave that on to bake. And so just like baking, you leave stuff in the oven for a while. So we're going to leave that on to kind of just set everything down. I'm just looking for a little bit lighter. Is there a lighter one over there?
Yeah.
This one?
No, if it's translucent loose powder, it's just.
It's all the same.
Loose.
Okay.
This is lighter mineral powder.
Okay. Let's,
Yeah,
okay.
Did you use is that what you
I
used?
used this one.
Was it translucent loose?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
that was just
Okay.
powder.
No, that looks nice. It looks nice and like flawless, and you've got a great area under there. So
This is the only other kind of powder, which is the mattifying powder, but people
I
don't
don't
really
need
use that to bake.
mm-mm.
Just to
So
absorb oil.
even though you're gonna go a little adventurous tonight, you still get to pick your colors. So are these the two palettes? Okay. Nope, where's this? Can I see that one? Thank you. So this is the one that I have on tonight. I have a lot of these neutral colors on.
Okay.
This is palette number
Volume 1.
volume 1. And then there's the volume number 2. These are more of the cooler tones.
Okay.
Okay. And then these are from the holiday the palette. Those are beautiful. Those are really dark though. Those are real dark. Oh.
Do you want to show them? Did we see?
Yeah. Go ahead. You can open it. Sorry, I shut it too soon. Here we go, Vanna. Thank you. And then these are really pretty too. These champagne colors and.
What do you think would look good? I'm always scared. Like, I've never worn anything even as dark as yours.
Okay,
And it's
so
probably
you've
not
got
that dark.
you have got some really pretty eyes. I think that golds and browns would look really good to bring out some of the green and gold in your eyes, and especially go with your
I
shirt.
trust your judgment.
So we are going to use a combo. Does anybody here have any questions? We're going to use a combo of 1 and gold.
So, you're picking based on my eye color, not
I am.
necessarily.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, just because if you're, I don't want to.
I was just curious. I
I
didn't
don't
know if you
want
were
to-
picking based on what I was wearing. It was more.
Sometimes I do, but I think with your eye, you've got like gorgeous green and brown eyes, and so I think it'd be awesome with some gold in there to really bring it out. And your shirt's gold would look really pretty.
Okay.
Since you're not super adventurous with makeup, I don't want to go all crazy, and then you're like, oh my god, what did this chick do to me? So I think like starting out bold but not crazy would be
Okay.
beautiful. Let me pull out these brushes. So I had stopped and picked up some brushes for her to take with her because we are doing her full makeup. So always start with a transition shade. Anybody who wants to kind of like play along with stuff too, please by all means. So a transition shade on a shader brush. So a nice fluffy shader brush. So this will go right into this area here. So for this transition, I'm gonna start with this sand color on you. So go ahead and close your eyes and open your eye. Perfect. So tap, get a good amount, tap it off. So we are going to start with the transition shade, and it's, stand up, sorry. So it is gonna be right here, above, right in this area on me. So right on the brow bone. So you're gonna do this transition shade, and it'll kind of help all of the other colors blend out. Can I have you put your head back just sit down? Perfect. And then take some, tap, and then we're gonna go on the other side. Do you guys have any questions about anything over there? Kathy, is this all going okay so far?
Yeah, I don't know what my questions are.
I do have one.
Sure.
You're doing the brow bone first.
I am doing a transition shade first.
Transition shade.
So this is not the highlight on the brow bone, this is a transition shade. So this transition shade will typically, for a look like this, be a neutral color. So a neutral brown. We are using sand right here.
Okay.
So this neutral brown will go right into, right in here. You can kind of see my
So not
transition.
into your brow bone.
No, so this will be right above the brow bone, like right in the middle right here.
Okay.
And it'll help all of the other colors kind of go into each other. Can you see how that is? And now a lot of people, when they want a nice natural look, will just do a transition shade, do a little bit of shimmer on the lid, and that's it. I mean, because it's beautiful. You can see how it highlights your brow bone.
Look over this way. I got it.
So yeah, just that transition, and then you can go in with some glitter if you want. Like, I mean, I love glitter. You can see on mine, I've got tons of glitter on. So
You guys, you can put your hands on any of that makeup you want. I was looking for where the little I mean, I know you're all gonna get time. to
they're
do
over
it,
here. I'm sorry,
While
they're over
you're
here.
waiting, if you want
Yeah.
to play along, or you can just
So we're going to now deepen up that crease a little bit. So we are gonna go just a hair below, right into the outer part, right in there. So I'm going to take this color Clove here. Yeah, Clove, with the same blender brush that we used before because we're going darker. So
Which one's called? Okay, so
This
it
one,
says-
yeah.
Okay.
this Clove, now like I said, start small and build up. So I'm really tapping that off, and I'm going to just build it on the outside of this little outer third right here. So I know you see a lot of people talking about the outer corner and stuff, and that's really what we're gonna be doing here. We're gonna build this outer corner. And we can always go in more. So look into the monitor and let's see where we're at. Looking good, but you need some more. We're gonna go darker. And I really like to just pack it on right here because I can always blend it out. Christy. Oh, okay. I thought that was your friend's name. So Christy has got a hot date tonight. So we are going to give her a beautiful smoky gold eye. So she looks smoking. Oh, that's beautiful. You see that right there on the outside? Yes, looking good. Don't worry, that's not all though.
But wait, there's more.
Well, there's always more. So, same on the out. Just going to tap that in right here, building it up. And we can always get more. But it's very hard to take away. And like I said, we can blend this out too, which we will with some lighter and golds. And now, Christy, it's kind of up to you. How do you like those outside? Do you want them darker? I have no idea.
audience.
What do you think?
Do I want to go darker?
Yes. Let's have a poll.
You have a
Yes.
very willing.
Awesome. We're going darker.
Do it.
Go big or go home.
Yes. So I'm going to take another small brush. You can see this here. And I am going to go in, with this dark color down here. It is Cypress. So we're going to take a small amount. And this is the exact same kind of color scheme that I have on my eyes right now.
Okay.
So we're going to go right here on the outer edge. Oh, keep that close.
Wrong one. I was trying to see.
Oh, open this one, but don't crinkle this one. Okay, nice. Look at that little slide wink you got there. Has anybody ever seen that like creepy wink that's like?
Oh, my daughter can do that creepy wink. It's like ew.
So we're darkening up this outer third. Yeah, you are doing that little creepy wink. Look at that. So we're just going to be darkening up. Okay, close your eyes all the way. Okay. And I am a perfectionist, so I don't like any kind of jagged. I like everything to very seamlessly go. I don't like any jagged edges. So we're going to darken this up because we have a brave one here. I want someone to really come in and say, color, make me have tons of color. Like the red. Oh, there's red.
Oh, you could have done that
I've
too.
been dying to see the red on someone else. I've been dying to see the red on someone else.
I think I put the red on my last
Did you?
On
Oh,
that
that's
live I
right.
did?
That's right. I wish I was just braver.
So you're basically going over the color you
Yes.
previously put
Building
on.
up. So we're going to be able to see the light transition shade, the little bit darker of the clove, and then now we're going in the cypress on the out, so there's going to be a beautiful little gradient of color. So what did you say you were going to see tonight?
Rent.
Rent, that's right.
Jen wants to know why Adam isn't there to use his favorite makeup tool, the beauty blender.
Oh my god.
Your husband uses that?
My husband had a cow when he found out that a sponge was $20.
Oh, okay.
And then when I opened something from Too Faced, he was like, Too Faced, and he started dying laughing. And then we said it spelled Too, and he about lost it. Jen and I were crying. We were laughing so hard because he's just a little
He didn't.
dramatic.
Dang, I look good.
Do we go darker?
You do you.
Darker?
Sure.
Do we want to add some more? So now
Let me
we are going
It's
to
really pretty.
we're gonna go in with some shimmer and darken it up. So we're gonna go in with mahogany. So I like to start with mattes. Really getting some good matte colors on the outside in the transition. So transition typically should be a matte, and then the second color a matte. The third color, makeup. That's your own story. You do whatever you want. I just like matte and then build it up with shimmers on top, just so it gives that good foundation. So that's what we're gonna do here. We are gonna be darkening this outer corner, and I'm going in a little bit closer. So I'm coming in a little bit more than where that dark is right here. And we are darkening that outer corner up with the pretty shimmer, the mahogany. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful on you. Like, I feel like this does not even look near as good on you as it does you. At all. And I play with it all the time. One time. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. Go ahead and look.
Ooh.
Everybody see it? Can you guys back there see it? Okay, good.
No, Karen.
Oh yeah, we're going darker. We got this. And I'm going a little bit along the eye line, or the lash line, but I'm not gonna go much up any further than that with the dark shimmer shade. Okay, oh my gosh, it looks so beautiful. Check that out. Does anybody here have any questions?
So you're going in on the eyelid just a little bit more and then blending out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. A little bit further in than where that dark shade started, and then blending it more closer to the lash line. Oh Lord. Is it another Adam story?
I'm like, I can see her better in the and I shouldn't be keeping it all to myself. There. I can see her better on there. It's
Oh wait, I'm still going. How is that even possible?
It's delayed.
It's a little
I was like, why
Yeah,
is
it is
it
delayed.
still up there?
Oh yeah, it is delayed. But every time she looks in the mirror, I'm like,
Oh.
it's not from you. You see her.
Oh, it's fine. Yeah. Do you normally do the shadow before an eyeliner?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Because a lot of times I will use some of the shadow with the eyeliner.
You do what? Because why?
Sometimes I'll use my shadow as my eyeliner.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
underneath my eyeliner is all shadow, except where I have a white eyeliner in my waterline because that really just kind of opens up the eyes. You really look at you have like natural eyeliner on there. So darker, yes, no. Or do we want to start with some really gold stuff on the inside or on the? All right. Yay. Okay. So and just to let you know, highlight is not just for highlight. Highlight is for use it for whatever you want. You don't have to just use it for. You can use it for whatever you want. So I'm actually going to start with this gold shade here, Supernova, and we are going to take our smoky liner brush and maybe.
Did you tell me where you got your brushes?
I did no. These are from Dollar Tree actually, and they're really good brushes. They're Wet and Wild. Go check out the Dollar Tree for brushes like this. They're really good. I don't like to pay, $25-$30 a brush. I get them in some.
Here you owned a whole lot of brushes, like 100.
it's probably
Well,
more
when you
than
get
that.
it from the dog, actually, right?
Most of mine come from like beauty boxes that I get monthly, so a lot of them are really expensive brushes, which are, I mean, I love, don't get me wrong, but I will always go back to Dollar Tree to get these kinds of brushes. They're great.
How do you clean your brushes?
I use a silicone cleaning mat with ivory soap, and I'll rub my brush on the soap and then swirl it around my silicone mat. Ivory soap's the best just because it's, non-fragrance. It's a very gentle soap, so I always use ivory.
I just asked her that the other day, and I did it.
Did you use ivory?
I did.
Yeah.
Use Ivory.
You need a bar soap?
Yeah,
Yeah.
mhm, yeah. I used a bar of ivory soap. I mean, you can get like 2 of them for 50 cents at Walmart or something. And yeah, I just use.
It came so clean,
Mm-hmm.
and it did great.
Now I clean my brushes.
What's a silicone mat?
It's like hers looks like it's shaped like a clover almost, or rounded. But anyway, it's just a mat that has different grades of
So we
texture
have
on
some
it, so
gold
that it
going on
gets the
in here.
grooves. Yeah, you just go back and forth.
And my beauty blenders, I clean them out every time before I use them, every single time. Just because with all this stuff that you put on your face, and I just don't want to, use that. I don't want that bacteria to fester and build. So I clean them out every time before I use them. How do you like it?
Yeah.
So now we've got some gold, but we are going to go back in with some darker to darken it back up because some of that gold has kind of washed it out. So we're going to go back in with the mahogany and we're going to darken back up. So we're going to go back over this gold.
So Katie, for an application like this, how many brushes would you need? Like just for the eyes?
Me, I would probably use between 8 and 10,
Okay.
just because I use a lot of different brushes for a lot of different things. So I use like a different brush to apply concealer back on my eye to put on glitter, and then a different brush for glitter. So I mean, I use probably like 5 different ones just for eyeshadow, and then some for the eyeliner,
Okay.
like down here, and then for my glitter that I have, and then under my eyebrows too.
I love the glitter. Where's it?
So that's a different palette that I have. It's not through the Arbonne, but it's a palette by Tati Beauty. She's my favorite little YouTuber girl, and she's great. She is.
told me that too. Which son of yours and you? She's like, they just lay in bed and watch YouTube videos together on makeup. She's
Neat.
like, she knows everything.
My older baby he used to like to watch makeup videos,
I love that.
and the little one likes to watch Dr. Pimple Popper with me.
Oh my
Like
god.
what?
I love that
Dr.
show.
Pimple Popper.
Oh.
It's wonderful. I love it. So now we're gonna go back in. I'm gonna look at this highlight. So we're gonna put this highlight shade right on the inside corner right here. So we're really gonna make those eyes pop. So
That holiday palette is worth it just for that highlighter. What
This
was that
highlighter
word that
is
I didn't know?
beautiful.
Swatch. I was doing a makeup party and these young girls were like, "Can you swatch that highlighter?" And I'm like, "Don't know what that means." And I did it, and they're like, "Oh
So yeah, highlight swatching is like
that one," and then the other one, and it is so much like beautiful.
And I think that's, what is it, like $25?
Yeah, and it comes with the lip duo too. But there is a highlighter in the big palette as well, but that one's more shimmery, whatever. They were all excited about it.
Yeah,
So
this
swatch is
high-
like a line?
Just like when you
So,
show the color
different
on the
colors.
video.
so like to swatch it, like say I'm
I
swatching
see.
this, like just
Literally like a
Paint
swatch of
swatch.
color.
yeah, just so you can see
Just
how
swatch
the,
of paint.
I
so
thought it
you
was
can
something
see how the
fancier.
color moves
Just like we thought
and
baking
see how
was baking.
see how beautiful of a swatch that is. It's not.
I didn't remember.
It is not patchy. What? Yes, you could. Look at those eyes. Yes, you could. So these are great because if you can see it, it's not patchy. It's beautiful. It's smooth. Look how beautiful that is. That is a gorgeous swatch.
So what, you do that on your eye?
No, you just to see what color, just to see what the colors look like. Just
At
to
a party.
yeah,
Like,
just-
when people are on the video, these girls were saying, "Can you swatch that color?"
Do you wanna put a pop of that green in?
And when I
because you
did
said
it-
you can't do it. Look, you want to do it?
You prove me
Amazing.
wrong.
Let's do this. So we're gonna take our small brush again, and we are going to. So since we're going to prove to Christy here she can wear this green shade, we're gonna take just a little bit back on that first brush, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna go right here in between the dark and the gold, and we are going to add a pop of this green, and we're just gonna pack it on just like this.
And some of you have volume 2 at your tables. That one, a lot of people, it's like cooler colors, and people think, oh, it's only for people with blue, whatever. Those purples do not look purple on me. Like sometimes you have to try the color in you too, because it doesn't always look as, the same as it does, and you might actually be more open to things you didn't know you were open.
And so this looks like a beautiful pop of earth tones.
Oh yeah.
So I am going to blend these two kind of together, just so that it doesn't look like a harsh green line. Do you want more green? Do we want more green?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Krista. Do it.
So how long does it take you to do your eyes?
I know, right? That's my time.
10 brushes times 2 minutes per brush.
No, this is not my everyday. I'm going to work. No, definitely not. It takes me usually about 35 minutes or so on a regular day, kind of. Today was about an hour.
For just your eyes?
Oh, no.
That's everything.
No, that's
all
everything. Sorry. No. Yeah, no. I mean, sometimes whenever I'm really trying out some new fun stuff, it can be an hour. But for the most part, it's just usually an hour from start to finish for a more detailed, more like bold look at like what I have going on now.
Yeah, I spend
35 minutes all total for daily.
I don't know who told me. They're like, "What about that 5-minute thing?" I'm like, "God, no, I can't. No way. No way, Jose." I'm like, "I think
Teach
it's
the 5.
That's me, right.
That's the videos I do. The 5-minute look in your car.
well, it was like the set, the 5-minute one, and I was like, "No, I love to take my
that
time."
5 minute that's out. It's not a 5-minute. It's a 5. It's 5 pieces. Ready in 5.
Ready in 5
pieces.
I was thinking.
No, this girl's ready in 5 minutes as she's driving.
Yeah, that's what mine gets like.
Oh my gosh.
Got all kinds of. How do you put on your makeup while you're driving? I can't. I mean, like the
I
whole
just-
mascara.
I just drop it and then I just scrub it all over my face.
All right.
It's probably not a very good
Have you ever worn anything quite like this before? Awesome.
And then I
Good.
just grab
So
it. I
I'm
don't
going
really-
to-
Never.
I just
Good.
Close your eyes so you can pretty look.
Yeah, it's
Look
just
at that.
habit.
Gorgeous.
So I am cleaning off this brush, and I'm going to go back in with some of the more highlight in the corner. Do we have any setting spray here? Another thing that I like to do, which we might go back over, we have 2 splits, is take your brush, and if you have something that you really want to pack on and stick with color, add some setting spray. And so I'm going to go back in here and really pack on.
Did you say do setting spray to bring out more color? I missed that.
So
On the brush.
yeah, on the brush, put the setting spray, spray it on top of the eyeshadow. Or you can do it before, depending on if your eyeshadows work wet or dry. Some of them will clump up and get like really clumpy and gross if you put a wet brush in them. So I just like to take the brush and then spray this setting spray, get that nice and wet, and then look how beautiful this is. Guys, look at that highlighter. That highlighter is, oh my gosh, that is life. Look at that. Look at those eyes. Look at the gradient. Can you guys all see that?
That's pretty.
So that's like one of my favorite things to do is just like the gradient. So
And close. Oh wow. Huge difference.
So next thing we need to do, and so I don't have my color switch here, so a color switch is a little, I tried to find one. So I saw one at Dollar Tree not too long ago, and I got it to do a comparison with my real color switch. It's a little pod that looks like this, and it has like wire stuff in it, and you just swirl your brush in there, and it's like a quick clean for your brush so that you don't have to clean them in between it, so that saves me some brushes too.
Yeah.
But so I don't have that, so I am just, it's called a color switch. But they did have them at Dollar Tree, and I bought one to compare it, but my mom took it. So when I went there to get these brushes, I was looking for another one, but they didn't have any. Of course they didn't. They sold out. If you see something at Dollar Tree that you like, you got to get it or it's gone. So now we're going to highlight the brow bone. So I'm going to take the lightest color in here, and we are going to.
Which palette are you using, Katie?
I'm using number
1.
1. Yes. So we are using number 1. And I like to take this and really kind of blend it out, with the darker color, because I love that soft flow, that beautiful connection. Gosh, this is beautiful. I'm gonna have to take a picture of this so I can recreate this on myself. This is beautiful. Do you usually do your brows?
I do.
Okay. So.
It's the one thing I do decent with.
Okay, well.
I don't know.
Hey, I don't
Then
want
I'm
to
gonna-
rush you either, but she's got to roll out in
We're almost done.
7 minutes.
You're good. You have time.
So, since you do your brows a lot, I'm gonna let you do them because I don't very
Well, okay, let's clarify. I have a brow like thing, and I just like mascara, almost like brow brush, and I'm like,
Like a gel or a cream.
and that's it.
Okay.
So I don't do them probably the way you do them. So I think I'd
for
be
that,
embarrassed if I tried to.
So, do we have a mascara wand?
Yep, right here. Well, we have these mascara
Yeah.
wands, and we have these, which are actually the brow cream ones.
Ooh, perfect. Oh, these are wonderful.
Yeah, that's what I use. Something
So,
like that.
see these little dudes? That little guy. These are awesome to use in your brow cream. But I'm going to just spoolie up your brows. And then we are going to... Wow, you totally did not do your brows like lines in the 90s like I did. You got good brows. Mine, I have to draw them all in.
I think they were
I
overplucked at one
remember
point in time, but they've kind of come in a little bit better.
No, they look good. Excuse me. Oh, here it is. So I bought a brush too, an angled brush for your brows. And we are going to. Before we started. Okay, so this thing is a little.
I totally put the lid on the wrong end and screwed it up. She's like, I can save this.
So I'm going to use my brush, and I'm going to just go on here. I'm gonna kind of wipe some of this off.
That's an actual pencil. You should have just been able to pencil it on.
And so
So what is that black one? Is that just a...
it's a brow pencil.
It's this, but one lid is short and one lid is long, and I got 1,000 kids, and they were stressing me out. And I put the wrong lid on and broke the whole thing. So it should be a pencil,
Gotcha.
but it's all mashed all over. So she's salvaging.
So I like to brush up. I feel like we need do you have a darker one than this?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't personally. The shadow
I was
inside
gonna
of
say,
the
I think we're
gold-
gonna use the...
or the shadow. I think it's on the gold palette that has a dark brown. Nope, it's where's the silver palette? One of these has ones that we really use for dark. This Nightfall.
Purple palette.
Oh, perfect, yep.
Yeah, this one's got kind of dark. Well, those might be black instead of
Okay.
Yeah.
So I am going to use a little bit of this.
that Nightfall is a good brown. Matte brown.
This is the toner.
And there's really no like perfect way. So like technically like your brows are supposed to start right where hers are, like so on the edge of the nostril, and then you go out. So hers are like the perfect length. And then your arch right here in the middle. So hers are like perfectly where they're supposed to be. So we're just gonna darken them up. Stop putting gold in your eyebrows. Give me a look.
That'll be a new look for me.
You're like, here we go, Christy. You can jump on stage and dance with them.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the one with the something about the minutes?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. I like that song. Okay, go ahead and look.
Oh yeah.
Likey?
I like.
We have 3 choices for brows. If you like a brow pencil, it's what I just showed you, and you just pencil it on, and then it has that brush on the end. Oops, see, I already screwed up. We have a brow cream, which is what I wore today, and it's a little gel. It's liquid, and if you have brows, it's good. If you don't have brows, it's only gonna stick where you have brows. So if you already have brows and you just want to like darken them, then you're just going to use this right on top of your current brows. If you need to draw on your brows, you're going to use pencil. Actually, we only have 2. And then the third way to do it is use your eyeshadow with a slanted brush, which is what she's doing. And that's what I use.
We're
to
gonna
always
use
do.
the gel on you as well.
It will be a lot. It will be
lock
more.
those babies in place so they're not gonna move.
Yeah, our brow gel is colored, so some people will do the powder and then do a clear gel on top. Ours is colored.
like a colored.
Where's the brow gel?
Looks like a little mascara then.
Grab yourself another brush though.
I have the little one that I didn't use.
There we go. So this is dark, and they come in variety of colors, lighter and darker.
But I really like to get like a lot of the excess off. Use just a very, very, very light hand. And a lot of times these dry super, super fast. So you have like one shot. And it just really kind of holds these babies in place. I use a gel and a powder and a wax. So I like to make, I think I have a lot of brow, but no, beautiful. So now I have a fear of putting eyeliner on people. So do you want a dark black eyeliner or do you want to go in with some brown?
What do you think looks better?
Thank you. I think we should do some of the brown.
Okay.
I think that would look great. So we're gonna go in with the this one again. We're gonna use the same brush that we used for the eyebrows. Sorry, that was really fast. She's good. So we're gonna take it on our angled brush. All right, so angled brush, and we are going to go right next to the lash line. Real close. Okay, go ahead and open and see where we're at. Okay. And see, she still has her bake on, so we still need to wipe that off too. So any of this fallout that we're getting, we're gonna wipe right off with that bake. It's kind of a smoky brown. Go ahead and look up. Go ahead and look up. We're gonna go right against the lower lash line. And then we're gonna go back and smoke it out. Okay. All right, and the other eye. Anybody have any questions about anything?
We're just taking it all in.
Okay. I feel like we're, okay, go ahead and look up again.
You're using a slanted brush,
I
right?
am, yes. It is a liner slash brow brush. Okay, go ahead.
That looks really good. How much are
And then we are going to take just a little bit more of this sand color right here, and we're going to go ahead and look up, and we're going to look underneath.
And that was the first one you used, right?
Yes, it's the transition shade. We're just going to kind of buff this out, and then we're going to clean up under her eyes.
Do you always use the transition shade as well?
Sometimes, like, so for mine I did not. So I used the dark brown and the little bit darker brown, and then some gold. And we are going to clean up your under eyes.
I have yet to try the foundation. I always use the CC cream. I do too.
Okay, so go ahead and look up.
You're fine.
To scare you. So I'm lightly wiping this bake off. I'm wiping her bake off, and you can see that the it is coming up. Could you move that brush? Yeah. So you would want to use a bigger brush to wipe your bake off. So go ahead and close your eyes if you can. So we're going to wipe this bake off. Oops, sorry. Oh God. The bracelet keeps smacking it.
Had to make that order.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Now go ahead and look. How do your eyes look?
You all tell me.
They look beautiful. How do you like them?
They look great.
Good, nice and dramatic. So,
So I've had
mascara.
I'm every other day.
Where's that mascara? Here. No, we didn't. So, I'm gonna let you do your own mascara
Okay.
because I do not want to poke your eye out. It's probably good. Yeah.
So Katie still has to contour and
Yep.
right?
So yeah, but we're gonna do a light contour on her, so it's pretty quick if you do a light. So mine is cream, powder, blush, highlight, and setting on mine. So yes.
I have a question. Can we swap models?
Yes.
Just because it's 5
Yep,
o'clock.
yep,
if everybody gets
absolutely.
with you. So
Yep.
you guys
Yeah.
were doing mini makeovers, but we let her get longer since it was the class. But we're gonna swap your next.
Yep.
Right? I told you 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
So you don't have to leave at 5 though, do you?
Oh.
Okay. Why don't you
Yeah.
what do you prefer that you want to learn for yourself? So
I do a 5-minute deal, so anything's probably an improvement from what I'm already doing.
can we do with you, Krista, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, the bottom one's very
contouring
lightly.
and do you ever do? Because I know, is anybody else interested in that? Like, how
I
to
am.
contour?
Perfect.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've never contoured, no.
You want to contour?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
That's never been part of the 5 minutes, so.
Yeah. So, and you have makeup on right now,
They do okay?
I put a little mascara on just because
but nothing on your
my
face. That
So-
my lashes are blonde, but yeah.
Fantastic.
Ta-da!
Looking good.
Yeah.
So now you get to do your contour and blush she's like, oh, right? Because I'm gonna move to
Yeah.
somebody else.
Yeah.
Okay, so here you go. Here's this. I'll
Okay.
take this.
Oh.
This is trash.
Did you finish your bake?
Yeah, we wiped it off.
I
Yeah.
didn't get to
So
see you head on, girl.
so
Yeah.
we take this brush and wipe the bake off.
No.
We should have.
Oh,
I can send you lots of befores.
Well, so we have
Yeah.
like the live. Can we like snap a shot?
Question.
Yeah.
Real
Do you
good.
have any like glitter, shimmer, eyeshadow?
So there are lots of shimmers in these palettes.
Yeah, I'll send a snapshot of you over here.
Okay.
So you can see these on these. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 matte shades, which is the. Oh no, I'm sorry. 5 matte shades.
Back down. Okay.
So all of these, and then these are all the shimmer shades. And let me show you. So
There we go.
when you this is one of my favorites because this one on the eye is gorgeous.
Thank you.
So you can see that right here,
Yeah.
that shimmer, and so that's really good to put in that inner corner, and also the highlight shades. I'd love to use highlight in the inner corner because it really makes that eye pop. And then my glitter is not from Arbonne. That's the only thing that I have on my eyes that is not Arbonne is the glitter, and that's just from a palette that I have at home.
Is it
So.
a glitter shadow? Or is it
It's
just
a
like
pressed glitter, so it's it looks like glitter in the pan, and so I put on a concealer right here. Let me show our friends here. So I put a concealer on right here in this area, and then I take my finger. Your ring finger is one of your best beauty tools that you can have, and I take it in the glitter, and then I push it in right here. And then I will take a brush with the setting spray on it and kind of go over it just so it kind of locks it into place, because otherwise you'll have glitter all over your
So
face.
how long does that last? Will it stay on all day?
Yeah, as long as you kind of do those, yeah, absolutely. As long as you kind of set and then set it, like use the setting spray over it, it will. If you just put loose glitter on your eyes, it won't. So you really want to make sure that you're buying like makeup glitter and not just like loose glitter. And some of them say don't use on every glitter will say don't use it on your eyes. You just have to be super duper careful not to get any inside your eye. So it's
Do it wet.
and it just helps keep everything in there, because otherwise I'll look like
Yeah.
a woman of the night.
Okay, I've got a question.
Yes.
Okay, so after that mascara, you're gonna do a contour, a blush, and then your lips, and then your face is done?
You're gonna do a contour, a blush, a bronze, and highlight. So contour, we're gonna show on her. Contour is right here. You're gonna go on with your contour right here. Your bronze is kind of around your face, and I have a little bit of contour up here. Your blush is, so a lot of people say smile, and I like to put mine right here because I want to raise my cheeks up. I don't want to lift them down. So mine would technically be right here, but I like to put mine up a little bit higher because I want to raise my face up, not kind of pull it down. And then with my contour around my jaw, I put it just a little bit higher because again, I want to bring that shadow up and not push it down. And then the highlight, you can see my highlight right here. Ooh, that looks really good in that light. Right here, like it's like, it's right here on the highlight. You can tell I'm hot.
Okay, I
Right
have
there.
another question.
Yes.
How much are your?
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about
I was
price.
gonna say I do not know. I don't know how much everything is. So if you want to come over here and sit down, we'll do some contouring
I'm just.
and
I know, but we got the price.
So what other brushes do we have here? Is this,
Yeah, of course you
are
can.
these the only brushes that we have
So
here?
this is,
Really neat.
yeah.
So
That's the cleanser. If you're
we're
looking
going
for
to
So this is.
contour brushes are on. So do you ever contour? So, okay. So what we're gonna look for when we contour is we are going to, we're gonna carve out your cheeks. So you have a beautiful line right here that you can already see that shadow on, and that's where we're going to carve right under your cheekbone, right here. And so what we're gonna do you wanna do this yourself so that you can redo it?
No,
Okay.
I can watch you. And
Okay,
I'll
okay.
know.
So what we're going to do is
Almost like decided
that's
your
it.
color. So bringing color and brightening color.
Is that a contour palette?
And that is.
Okay, so we are going to take our contour and we are going to,
That's okay too. You can use both actually.
so this looks like a lot, so I want you to kind of like suck your cheeks in a little bit, so we're gonna see this line right here. We're going to start right here. And remember, go back to the ear because her face doesn't stop there. And I know this looks really dark, but we're gonna buff it out and we're going to, and do you have foundation on? Okay, so typically it would go on over foundation and everything, so it would be a little bit
One of the most effective.
smoother. And so you can see that line right here. Look at that beautiful line. And then we're going to, well, let me do the other cheek and then we'll do the go ahead and look straight ahead because I want to make sure that it's kind of right at the same.
Oh no, I couldn't see because I have the ring still in my eye. What else do we have?
Okay, so we're going to bring that down. You can see where that's going to
I know.
carve out her
So she
cheeks.
tells us this with the print. This is awesome.
So this is like an instant.
This one right here.
5 pounds
Pat
gone.
it in to your wrinkles.
So go ahead and kind of lift your, relax your jaw a little bit. And I'm going to
That's the primer. Yeah. But anyway,
carve
it
this out
softens
right
your
here.
wrinkles so that when your face is ready to put the makeup on, they're gone.
And it will be,
Yeah.
this like always goes better on with foundation on.
I love primer. Yeah, it's right here.
This is, the
No way.
step down from
It's
the
not my
eye
case, but it's a good price.
What?
Okay.
Crystal just
And
messaged
then-
Kathy and she got a ring light, 50% off. She got it for $12.
And we're gonna go the corner around the face because we want to
This is right.
we want to add
This is proper.
depth to that area. So we want all of that to kind of go back.
Clean, or what is it? Makeup? Yeah, it's clean. So this is,
And so and then I always look at my tools. You've got
so
good ones.
it's cleanser.
So you can see where those lines are. You kind of see where you are around the corner of your face. So, and I know you're like, oh my God, am I gonna have to wear? So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our brush and we're going to, we are going to buff and
Girl,
brush
the
your
gorgeous.
face.
It does.
So,
It does.
we're just going to
Color in your
pat,
hair.
pat, pat, pat,
That's how you
pat, blend, blend, blend.
That's your,
And so, like I said, you can always put on more, but you can't take away. So I'm gonna use the right side, like this would be a beauty blender. So pat, 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 pat.
So this is the different contouring as well. This one's one we play with here.
You can, I mean, you can kind of do some befores and afters.
Can I like cut these in half? Hey, do you all want to keep listening or do you want me to cut it? Because I know we're talking. Is it obnoxiously loud on live or do you want to keep watching? Give us some feedback.
Probably.
You know Jen?
Yeah.
Well, Jen's going to say leave it because she's going to want to keep watching you.
Which Jen is it?
Jen have it.
Hey Jen.
Hi, Jen. Everybody here knows you.
I feel like everybody knows Jen.
So,
Do you need any more water or tea?
I think we're good for now. Oh, yeah, we're still into it.
and so
I can serve you. Diane, you want something to drink?
we're going to buff this out.
This is what I was
Blend,
talking
blend,
about.
blend.
These are amazing. This is a on the go. Everything doesn't matter going out. Just walking around. This is the season cream.
Is that your closet candy sweater?
so that's not like.
That is not
got the earrings.
Are those from Classic Candy too?
Yeah. And then my jeans are from Grace Boutique. My cans. I didn't know what those were. I probably still haven't had them.
So look over that way.
And we also have this type of thing as well for color correcting. If you have like pinks and rosaceas and things like that, that's what this is.
I didn't really say about foundation, so we're kind of
the oil from
it
spraying,
goes
so
better on with
a lot of
foundation,
times
of course, and
oil
powder,
or
so
powder,
everything
you're
just
gonna
goes better. But so you can see,
smile lines or in their wriggles, this stops it. It keeps it smooth. Absorbs the oil. You can use it before
You can foundation
makeup,
it.
after makeup.
you can't do it over.
Oh.
I mean, look at her, it's flawless, so I was like, oh, she's got foundation on.
Oh,
I'm like, yeah, she's good.
Sometimes I put primer though.
That's just her natural skin.
Yeah. Sometimes I prime and then keep going.
Alright, and so
I
we're
don't
going
use foundation, I just use that.
to, your skin really just looks like it already.
Do you want makeup on? I know you have makeup on. Do you have makeup on?
And then I use, where's my,
Me?
sorry, my bag's over here.
Picking colors? For your eyes?
So, our bond sells this. It is a foundation brush, it's my personal brush, I never wash it, but the difference with with the CC cream, I mean, just putting up the dot that covers your entire face.
I'm just gonna kind of bring this contour just up a little bit because it's kind of harsh on mine,
Yeah, that's what looks good.
just because of the bare face.
We do have a brush set.
So look straight in. Let me move those comments out of here. Okay, so here, where's my little pink mirror? Look at,
Somebody else.
so there's a little pink mirror. I got that at the Working Women's Convention show.
I went to,
You did? What day?
and I got one of these.
Yeah, did you go?
Friday.
I did too. My mom and my sisters and I go. So we went on Friday for my birthday. So my birthday's Tuesday, so thanks.
Katie might recommend the color.
On Tuesday, not yet. On Tuesday, not yet.
Okay, I hit that a few years ago.
I'm gonna be 39 forever.
I'm 29.
You're 29.
Forever. So
I'm still not there
you
yet.
can see that. And so what I like to do also is the bake underneath. So bake right here. I always bake right there.
If you haven't done anything yet, prime first.
29 I was.
I would put it on with my beauty blender that I use to do my contour or my brush. So I'm going to bake.
Oh my gosh, this stuff is so.
See that?
Feels like velvet.
Looks like a beard. That's what you want. Other side. And so what that's going to do is kind of give you a nice,
Isn't it?
like a nice break between your contour up here and your contour down here. So we're just gonna let that sit for a second. So do you want to do some blush and highlight?
Do whatever you want.
Okay.
And I didn't get to
Get a good big going on there.
On mine, I just use my eyes and I do blush.
What do we use for blush?
I just use real brushes.
Okay.
There's that. There's this.
I have this exact same brush and it's one of my favorites. One of my absolute favorites. Is it?
No, that one might be Merle Norman. Which one is that?
Okay, no. So I like to take fluffy brushes.
See, this is the one that they say is the. Oh no, they say powder for that one. Okay, but I don't.
So I'm going to, so you've got awesomely high cheekbones right here. So I am going to.
I think that side goes first, and then you put that
That is
one
right
back.
for you. Oops. But I'm starting to get, it's bothering me, the dark. So sorry, let's get in your eyes. Sorry.
So I like to go a little bit further back because I'm gonna put some highlight on and having a pretty pink color under there.
For the dark circles, it's gonna help
Yes.
with nutrition.
Get your gut right, everything else.
Oh, that's so pretty.
That's what I said about my face. I got off track of that, and that's why I
I need this color.
So Diane, take your glasses off.
Yeah.
So that was one that they.
Oh, that, look at that color. That beautiful peach color looks good on you.
Surprising.
I like.
So have you ever been to Oklahoma?
I have.
I was born there, so I got all of this stuff because like when I go there this summer, sometime with my kids and husband, maybe go for a little drive out there to see where I was born. Even though I haven't been there since I was like 8 months old. So next we're going to, actually, yeah, I'm gonna use this one. We're going to highlight.
I've never heard of it. See, when
I typically use like a real small brush to highlight. You can just lightly. go right here, and then sometimes a little bit right there. I don't know how
So you're
extra
going
you want
above
to
my
be.
eye.
And do you blend all the
No, we walk around with this.
Yeah.
I've seen girls actually today upstairs.
You know what? I have actually left my house before
Well, the
forgetting to
dark
blend that
girls
out. I
have
have,
dark.
and people are like, I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, I gotta go back to my car because I'm like, oh yeah, that's not supposed to be there.
Yeah, no, the girl at Jared's today was like line. I was like, oh.
more than I
Jared's.
Technique. Yeah,
Ooh.
on my ring too.
Oh, I was
So
like,
got
ooh,
now I know
Jared's.
that. Actually, I want a new enhancer. Josh, if you're listening, it's on the wish list.
It's on his wish list.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're gonna brush off your bake.
The actual brush that your concealer comes with.
5 or 12 here. That's this year.
You see how it kind of like brightens up? So brighten will kind of move it forward, and darkening will bring it back.
And just pat a little, like
Just like a-
and just kind of
Because
pat
of
to
shadow.
even it out.
So
And
how do you
then
like
can
it?
bring it out under your eyes a little bit. You don't want the majority.
Do you want
of
anything else
concealer
done?
underneath your
Do whatever you want to do.
eyes.
I'm here for you.
Light.
The last half.
Dark.
We're gonna do some fun eye stuff. Let's do a while.
Tell us what you did again.
Like,
You can pat it.
So we did the contouring. So we started right here on underneath her cheekbones, and then we put the contour line here and blended it up and down. We did a little bit under her jaw here, and then around the hairline, and blended it all out. And then we have that beautiful like peachy apricot blush on. We baked right here with the translucent powder to kind of let all of that kind of set in and kind of give it a line in between her contour and her highlight, or I'm sorry, her contours. And then we put the highlight right here on the top of her cheekbone. Beautiful. Look how pretty that is in that light. See how it's just like, phew. So. Oh, she didn't take these brushes. So does anybody else want to come over, or do?
I'm gonna send Diane to you because you
Okay.
need to fix what I'm doing. She wants help with concealer under her
Okay.
eyes. I'm trying to help her light, but if she only did concealer, would you ever just do that?
You can if it's your skin tone. If you use the same skin, like if you use the same color as your skin tone, you can and
Is
just.
this too light?
Which is it on? It's on. Is it on that
I
side?
just did. No, I did.
Oh,
both.
you
Okay. Okay. Well, there's a shadow. There's a shadow on this side over here, so I wasn't sure. But
Let
this
the
side.
pro conceal you.
Do you have foundation on?
No, she was just asking, could she just
Yeah,
do-
absolutely. Yeah.
Are you still working with Krista?
Well, we were gonna do her eyes, but we can do concealer
Thanks,
next,
Jen.
and then we can come back.
Okay. Whichever way you want to
Okay.
do it. Or I
I
didn't
mean,
know.
I can wait.
Oh no.
Whatever you want to do.
Go ahead.
Everyone
I'm
be-
gonna switch up on camera. So go ahead. Sit down for this. I use the CC cream for my.
I use everything, but she was just saying, could she just only use
Because I don't
concealer?
wear makeup, can I,
Just do that
for
right
the
there.
dark circles?
Got it. Got it.
And
Without it looking funny because I didn't put other makeup on.
I see what you're saying. So will it blend well enough to go
Right.
with the makeup? Yeah.
And honestly, I mean, I know we're in the right one,
Sorry, I'm putting some.
but there are some that are like
Sanitizer.
heavier, waxier ones, like heavier concealers too. And if I'm only wearing concealer, sometimes I'll use not this one. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the ones that are like Arbonne just won't make that stuff.
So Tarte Shape Tape is like
They
the
won't use
most
whatever's in
popular
there.
concealer out there, and
Or
it's
something. I think
super
it is
thick.
Yeah, I use Tarte.
And I feel it's way too drying for my under eyes. Like when I use it, it's just it just like literally enhances every crease because my under eyes are so dry. So I don't like that, but I like a little bit airier and lighter concealer. Oh, well, see in this light, it looks really good over there. There was a shadow on the side. You did a good job, Kathy. So you can see, so with my concealer, what I do is make a triangle. So we're gonna go ahead and,
You did. But I was trying to use nothing.
so this looks a tad bit dark if you're just gonna use concealer. So what I want you to do is dab, dab, dab. You can use this part and just dab, 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 and just pat, like, blend it in. Yeah, right up to the,
Just in the triangle or?
yep, just down the triangle, just down in these areas that you want to brighten. Just keep dabbing until it's all good and blended in.
See, Katie, I have a question.
Yeah.
I heard this C thing. I heard like don't take it past your pupil, but you are, and already that's a dramatic difference of the exact same product. Like I heard, to conceal like in a C like this, and to not bring it out here because it could like highlight lines.
It can if you're using the wrong concealer or you don't hydrate your under eyes.
Okay.
So that's why I always recommend lots and lots. I put moisturizer under my eyes all the time. Like anytime I don't wear makeup during the day, I'm constantly putting more on under my eyes because they're so dry. But I will put my moisturizer on my primer and more moisturizer, like a water-based moisturizer under there, because you can really see, like you can see a little bit, but this color is good for her. So
it is, and it's that sponge I think that made the big difference too,
So-
because the brush was not doing
I think
well.
the brush paints it on almost straight.
Well, and I was using these throwaways.
And so that's another thing that I don't like to use with foundation and concealer most of the time is brushes, because if you're using brushes and buffing it on, if it is a heavier heavier foundation or concealer, you're gonna see all those little bristle marks all over your face. And so that's why I like to use a beauty blender or something that you can dab, 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 dab,
I
dab.
love my foundation brush.
Well, some of them, no, if you use a lighter coverage foundation,
The
it's
CC
great.
cream is probably,
But yeah, I usually typically go towards a heavier, like a more fuller coverage, and so that's why I don't like them, just because I can see the lines. I just really like beauty blenders because you can really just like pat them in and get it all in there.
And that's like those little teardrop things.
Yeah, and they sell them. They sell them. The Beauty Blender brand is like $20 for one, but they have really good ones at Target. They are the Real Techniques. Those are really, really good. Ones too, they're like $5, and you wet them. You get them really good and wet, and then you wring them out so they're just damp, and you use them damp. And so that's why it really helps spread that product around too.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So,
what kind
how do you like
what
that?
Kind of,
So I could just wear it like that.
Here, use this mirror because
Yeah,
that ring is really, really
Real Techniques.
$5. So yeah, so you can put a little bit of the translucent powder on top to really kind of set it. So if you want to look up,
If anybody needs to
I
put
don't
these,
want
they're healthy
to put these
cookies
in your
from
eyes. So
Creamy.
if you want to take it and just kind of go underneath your eye with the powder,
Like a cookie or anything?
kind of set it under there, and it really helps take away any of that discoloration under your eye.
You guys want some veggies?
And you can't really see any of the lines on it. What do you think?
Well, let me see.
I think you could. You don't.
Yes, they're definitely.
Are you like?
Just have this convention. I don't see a difference.
You don't see a difference? Well, then you know what? We can go in with more. If you want it.
Is it the wrong color?
I think this one might be a tad bit dark for you. This is the light. Is this the lightest color, or do you have like a porcelain?
Yes, there's lighter colors than that.
Okay.
There's 6 shades.
Okay.
Okay.
So I think maybe one shade up just a little bit because.
So more of a porcelain, you think?
Water.
So I like to
Or
go
lighter.
light, just a little
lighter.
bit lighter. So this is the light color. So if they have a little bit of a lighter shade than this, because that'll really help to conceal those darker circles. And also what really works well, did she do the other eye?
I'll need to put a little.
Here, go ahead and, oh gosh, I'm so sorry. Go ahead and take it off of that eye, off the right eye. And what we are gonna do is we are going to prime first, because priming that will help the concealer stick. So I'm gonna let that dry out for just a second. And then go ahead and, does it still feel wet on your face a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, just let it dry out for a second, and we're gonna take some primer, and we're gonna put it right underneath your eyes, and we're going to just tap it in, like kind of push it in like this to get it in there and soaked in there. You still feel a little bit damp on your eyes? Okay. So go ahead and take a little bit on your finger, and go ahead and, dab, 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 and then really just kind of like push it in.
It's hard. This isn't really a mirror.
Oh, here. I'm sorry. Here, yeah, use that one. Yeah, and your ring finger can really be your best makeup tool because it's the weakest finger on your hand, and so it has the least pressure on it. So let's try it again. So
does it matter what kind of primer you use?
I would suggest using Arbonne. I would suggest using the Arbonne primer. This really makes
No, that's not what I meant. You know how some of them will say for eyes or
correct.
You know
Okay,
what I mean?
so under your eyes, use the face primer. On your eyelids for eye makeup, you want to use the eye primer.
Right. I just wasn't sure since it was underneath if
On
it
that
mattered.
one's really tacky. The eye
Yes.
to make your eyeshadow stick.
So
The other
that's.
one's like smooth.
Here, we're gonna go ahead and give you this, and we're gonna go ahead and put some of this on here now on this side with the primer, and let's see how it let's compare the two. And just blend, blend, blend.
Thank you.
I will have to try one this.
She's trying to convince herself to like the protein shake. She's like, I'm regretting it. It doesn't taste like a frappuccino. I'm like, it does not. What kind do you like of the protein?
I think you need a little bit of a lighter color.
It tastes like protein shakes.
With everything.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can build it up just a
Sorry,
hair.
I was eating my
Can
cookies.
you slide me that one?
You don't like the cookie either?
But if I only do this, it's not gonna look funny because
by itself.
You need to blend it, like make sure it's blended real good. Just keep dabbing and tapping until it's blended out, and then you won't have that line. But yeah, make sure if you're just using the concealer that you can really tell. You can really tell how different it looks on each side.
because I have it in the front. Yeah, I can see the
Yeah,
difference.
so you really want to prime and then put the concealer, and then you always want to follow up with a setting powder, translucent powder. So a nice big fluffy brush, and kind of swirl it in there, and then go ahead and set that under eye. Yeah, and you can definitely do it on the eyelid too.
Detox tea, did the.
You just pat it.
Yeah, just pat it, pat it, pat it, and go all the way down to where the concealer is.
Actually, I lost like 11 pounds the first month, and I've lost 4 more pounds this month.
Good for you.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see a difference.
Kathy, look, so we took this side off and put primer on her right side.
Yeah.
And then,
so then now we gotta get. I get super excited. I'm sorry.
The primer and
the setting powder.
I can tell a difference.
Even on your whole face, even if you don't wear makeup, the primer will just even out your skin, smooth out your pores. Even if you don't wear color, so you can use that all over.
And then the concealer to kind of help with some of those under, like some of the darker under your eye. And then you can also just take some of this translucent powder, and you can just like kind of when you're going under your eyes, just take the excess and kind of all over your face. It'll just kind of soften everything out and just kind of give it a nice soft. Just kind of take the extra. Yeah, it looks. You can really,
I could tell
as
the
it's
difference. Yeah.
setting here, and as you're sitting, you look good. You should wear more makeup.
Okay.
It's beautiful. Now you don't need more makeup. Just I love makeup. I am a proponent of makeup.
Now I will say this is better than the.
Okay, who's next?
Which I've always used Armor, but I just can't get past the shade.
So the first one
Let's do your eyes.
we discussed it.
Can I use the brushes I used on your friends?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I really felt like
Sorry, people.
I feel like if we can drink after each other, I can use her
You know
makeup
what?
brush.
Yeah.
water and.
Now for stuff that you put like directly in your eye, I wouldn't recommend it, but eye makeup brushes are very easy to kind of, I'm going to use a wipe, and I'm going to
So they're like, you know.
wipe them off if I don't. So,
We only
what is your favorite color?
Right? We only have one.
For eyeshadow? Just in general, what's your favorite color?
Coconut milk,
I like purple, I guess.
beers in it.
Ooh, I think you're gonna see something.
What is it?
What's your second favorite color?
Did you drink
We've got some dark browns, and I think this is. Oh no, we do have these are the cooler shades. Yep, we do have the purple. So we are going to prime.
I don't do all.
So
You don't like
I'm going to. May I have Chrissy as
I know.
So go ahead and shut your eyes, and we're going to prime.
Because I did one of those
Your
too that
eyelids.
takes, you know, because I'm
She
chocolate.
sent me home because we didn't play date with the kids.
I'm
I
such
sent
a
her home
blank
with the packets again because I was like, I was like, I tried it and I tried it and I tried it.
That's what I used to do, and then my husband was like, "You look like you're getting tired." I was putting too much too far up here instead of the highlighting. But the one tutorial that we saw, they did the highlighter like all around here. Do you remember that? So down here. Yeah. Oh, I have to.
I tried the hot chocolate and coffee.
Yeah, but I don't know
Like with
why.
ice cubes, so it was like a
I can say if you have
into the
further out.
I
For me, I don't need it.
don't know if I'm missing
But,
something.
And so you can feel this is like super tacky and super. It really will make the
here,
eye makeup stick. So they ain't going anywhere. So we for you. And actually, what's your what was your name again? Krista. Oh, she's Chrissy. You're Krista. Okay, I was gonna say I thought she said her name was. So this is the palette number 2. So these are more of the cool shades. Look, Kathy, you're down to 20% battery. So we are going to take this geode, this light pink or this light purple, and we are going to use that for your transition shade. So I know I said a lot of neutrals, but if you're doing a purple eye, just take that purple color, and we're going to go ahead and do a transition. So go ahead and lift your eyebrows up as high. Yeah, perfect. So we're going to. So we're going to use this purple as your transition shade. So you.
Let me see that.
This one?
These are better.
Somebody say that? Oh.
Is this one?
So highlight,
Well,
bronze, highlight,
Yeah, snack bar.
Yeah.
contour.
Person actually put that.
Ready? She's gonna tell you.
Oh,
So contour.
Okay.
What you're gonna do is you're gonna find those hollows of your cheek
They have these in chocolate too.
right here. You're going to highlight. You're gonna contour. Make sure you go back to your ear so you don't have like a white ear thing here. So you're going to contour right here,
That was it.
and you're gonna blend those out. Blush, and then highlight goes right here at the very top.
Okay.
And then you can bake in between your contours, like when you have your foundation on and stuff, so you can bake right in there to kind of separate those two areas. You could even put a little bit of highlight in here to like kind of bring it out and then bake over it.
So you make with the translucent powder?
Yeah, you can, or you can get like a actual baking powder.
Waxy chalk.
Oh,
Is that banana powder? You ever heard of that? That's the same
Yeah,
thing?
yeah. Banana powder is great to bake with.
but I did, what did I did? Half milk and half water. And I also made them like.
That's
more
caffeine,
like
but it's
more-
natural
I use
caffeine.
more liquid than they.
Still
say
caffeine,
that I
in case you
use.
need to avoid
I think
it
that
for any
helps.
reason.
And I only do 1 scoop instead of 2.
Okay, so
I never do that. Or do you want to take one home for later?
So that will start with our transition shade. And so we're going to go,
Half a stick.
oh my gosh, these are
I did it.
so we're going to go a little bit darker.
It's just
Almond butter is always just in my shake.
Take the,
And then I did.
Aurora.
I need a little thicker.
so we're gonna take that Aurora, and we're gonna go
Oh, you make
right into the outer third. So this outer third goes right here.
Well, you don't taste that, but it just makes it like a, almost like a yogurty.
It makes it really smooth and creamy.
Yeah, really smooth and creamy. Like you don't taste the avocado at all.
And but you don't taste the,
I'm just gonna keep building that up.
when you put it
I
on.
don't.
No, it smooths it out completely. Like I've only done it a few times.
Everyone's buy an avocado.
Yeah. So half an avocado.
Just cut it in half.
Scoop it in there.
Okay, so same with your mama, try to do like not a whole stick, cause in that amount of water, it'll be pretty.
So there's no like no chunks of anything, put strawberries in there, I'm telling you, girl.
Do you like strawberries?
I do.
You're fine. No, so I put nutmeg in
Can I
there.
just tell you in case?
Yeah, in case you don't wanna be on there.
Are we can't do PB. It's not sure. Let's do an 80-20.
Use whatever's in
We can
touch
use
and feel.
those are all.
Those are not quality, they're just quality.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little different.
But I think everything I've left out are
Yeah.
toothbrushes.
Is
This
this
is
almond?
almond.
I can do
I just started
almond.
working on it, and I'm gonna give you something to share with you.
How do you like that? Do you want darker?
I leave mine.
Sure, yeah, we're gonna do, yeah, we're totally gonna go darker.
Pretty, I can't.
We're gonna take some of this onyx. We're really going to,
Yeah, you can put in your shake.
we're gonna take this onyx, this black shade,
So like I could
blackish
eat
shade,
peanut butter
and we are
on a
going
stick
to
and-
darken
But
up
I'm not like, ooh, I love
right
peanut butter.
this outer area here.
Reese's Pieces.
So, if you do it,
Okay.
that might be a little better. This is called contour, I only have.
So the thin mint.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna-
Okay, only half. So when you contour,
maybe
you
back
actually
row
contour
contour.
under.
Have you ever
I
done
just
the mint where you're
Is that
taking
one?
it
Is
and
that
right
brown
under?
powder or-
But that's where the contour just goes right under. So
That
contour
might be
it.
right.
Then, if you do all of the above, bronzer actually goes right over.
Oil in your
And
and then,
and then blush goes on your cheeks. And I'm not doing this all right now. And then highlighter.
That's good.
okay.
So in case
I'll flip
something
it
goes
over.
down.
I'll flip that
Anyway, it's all together blended in.
Wait, I
So if you
use
make
before?
I think now I would get so bronzer is not shimmer. So you're contouring with a non-shimmer.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I just do it.
Yeah.
It's
worth it.
Yours is
I'm gonna
like
try
a
this again.
So how many times a day do you drink?
Twice.
Well,
Well, they recommend that you drink it twice a day. I could only, I
If you're
could only do
trying to
once.
lose weight,
But I
doing,
was
like-
full. I couldn't eat that. all
Really? Oh, girl, I have no problem eating at all.
Yeah.
I
So
know.
I was
That
I started
was
doing
motivating.
I was thinking about my starter. If I got hungry late, like
So she's
getting,
showing
I was like,
meteor
it's just like it
is
says because I'm
the-
That's the
And this is onyx for all my friends who are still online watching. This is the onyx shade out of the palette number 2. I'm sorry if my bracelet.
So I had one a day, and if I got hungry in the afternoon, I hate
Oh,
it.
that's so pretty. So we are really going to sparkle you up now.
Anybody like cookies? And I had a
Looks good.
So first, I am going to take a little bit of that
That was my problem.
Aurora, that purple color again, and I'm really going to pack it on right in here. And like I said, your finger is one of your best makeup tools you can use.
And
You're doing volume 2?
I am. These beautiful purple shades. Look at
Yeah,
them.
they are really pretty. I was like, what are those colors?
Yeah,
I don't ever use volume 2 because, like I said, it just.
You're more of a.
But see
earth
how
tone girl?
purple's purple on her. It's like turns brown on me or something. Something weird.
And it's because you can take.
I don't want it to change it.
I know, but you
This is
learn
like my
these
new
amazing recipes.
right
That's the thing.
Because it has.
It's
Oh,
so
yeah, I just
hard
feel that way.
because it's changed.
So we've really amped up that purple and it's in the middle. And so the last one we're gonna do is we are going to go into the inside.
So did we.
So much.
Ours are all dressed.
I'm going to use my finger again because I think it's so much better. So, looking at these colors, I'm actually going to start with opal here, this little gold color.
Vitamins and stuff.
And we are going to go just a little bit further in, just a hair.
Well, yeah, well, you have, I mean, you have to.
So,
It's not, they're saying when it's grass fed, but you
I
do
like
like
all different person.
more browns or, you know, things like that.
and if my friend Leslie is watching or has been watching, this is the color street over the gel nail. She had asked me, or I was told her I would try it, so I did my own gel nails, and that's a color street wrap over top of it, and it's so far so good.
I don't know. I drink
If
pomegranate.
anybody else was
I don't
wondering.
drink them every
Gosh,
day.
your eyes are popping.
And
Does
so,
she have what you call a hooded lid like mine?
she does, yeah, and you have a slightly hooded lid. Yours isn't completely hooded. You're just like I'm slightly hooded, and she's got those great like deep eyes that you can really like, pop them out. So she's definitely got those, and you've got slightly hooded, and that's how mine are. Like some people who have like those really just
I can
like
get you a strawberry.
Christy kind of had just like non-hooded. I don't even know what to call those, but they're just not hooded. So I'm just gonna blend these two together. That light pinkish color and that purple color.
Anyway.
And then
Just
I'm going
watching
to
you
take,
smile
oh my gosh,
yourself
it's
in the mirror.
beautiful. The white highlight, the white highlighter.
It looks pretty on you.
Do you have that?
Really?
You know what, I can
You
use
gotta
this.
change
No, I
because
haven't.
just feel like
I love
Okay.
this
all
palette.
the time.
Yeah, I want the white one.
I know.
I lost my 4 pounds and I can fit in a pair of jeans that I couldn't before.
That's
good.
exciting, right?
That
Kelsey
was
wants
4
lip
pounds.
recommendations. Do you guys like what she's wearing?
What color is that?
So I'm going to take the
Which one did you grab?
More of a
setting
cool
spray
skin
on
tone.
there,
We have brown.
and I'm going to put it right here on the
We have
inner
lighter
corner
skin. We have brown.
to really make the side of that eye pop.
I always go like, you know.
Do you have blush on?
Bronzer. I do the palette. I do. So I contour.
eyebrows though. Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
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 I do want to do your eyebrows.
I
So
do it
I
across a
do
little
like
bit.
I contour
Okay.
the like with the bronzer, and then I use Stardust or Twilight depending on how I feel the day. But the
Yes, there's
the darker one.
Did you
The
use
Twilight is sometimes too dark, so I feel like I have to
Did
be
you
in
use
the
a
sun.
duo?
Oh no, you're fine.
Yeah.
So,
Look at it.
yeah, absolutely. So,
I want to see.
Yeah, that's one.
Okay, that's
really
really
news.
news.
isn't it?
Yeah.
So we need to kind of do the. How do you like it? Do you like it?
It's over there.
Is it kind of something that you would wear, or is this kind of out of your?
I mean, I wouldn't wear it to probably work, but
But
out, yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say, I mean, is it something that you would do on your own, or do you think you'd be like, yeah, probably not?
So far, I think I could do this.
Yes, you could. It's easy once you get the steps down. It's so easy. And so I am going to put just a hair of this super tiny right under your brow. Because I do like to use a neutral tone right in here to kind of blend them together. But I really like this shimmery look, and I think it'll look really pretty with just
I can handle this.
just a
Meal, and if you forget, like they have a free circle you can take them to, or they have.
I've always wondered what that is.
I have a free meal there for my birthday. They keep texting me telling me to
My
come
kids
in.
didn't like it. We go there and we'll get their stuff too, and those sides are always like something like a yogurt or some kind of
My-
like small salad or something.
My father-in-law gets meals over there for the week.
Where did you get
I didn't upstairs, you know, just me.
They're from
So, and then last I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some of this sports color, this light pink. I'm just gonna go under the shimmer and just kind of blend everything together.
Some kind of, it tastes like,
I'm used to having to
there's
compromise when I say-
there's $5 white chocolate chips, and then
You
there's
know,
some kind of
I
fruit.
I have different families.
Somebody to cook you on a bad one.
I'm not looking for the frappuccino like you are.
What kind of crackers are these, Kathy?
Well, toast.
Oh,
I'm honest, like, I'm
Look
the
at that
person that will like,
Let's
I will do
order.
without, like,
They come out.
if I have to,
Maybe on.
So I was gonna do the under.
if it's a healthy cookie or nothing, I'm gonna go.
Which one?
I'll make you.
But you can see there's a bunch of different ones.
This is what happens when you have to record.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
We'll have to look up.
I mean,
Okay.
eyebrows too.
Go ahead and look up.
I just wanted to went over there before. And just picked all the things that I liked. And I was
You're
like,
saying probably could
yeah,
just use the.
but I don't know, like.
Do
fresh
them better
or not,
too.
what pre-made or
So do
what-
some of that pretty
I'm
purple.
gonna do her.
I'm just trying to finish off a little bit short when I was in good shape.
Posh.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful who you go to.
Yeah.
That one girl,
And
she
then,
had my
and
nail
then,
polish. It's like,
see just a little bit, and then we can go back and smoke that. We can get rid of that black again.
I teach yoga
About to
and
cry
guys.
because my
Go ahead and
nails
open
are
it.
So familiar.
Right.
Wonder
Right.
if one of her Facebook friends, what is your name?
I mean, I don't like the way
And your yoga?
yours are so light.
Yeah.
So you
Where at?
need your
I teach at Live in Riverbend,
one thing they're like Shinobi Fitness.
That I don't have.
I'm a high school teacher too. I teach graphic design in
No, I
Granite
haven't
City,
yet.
and I also
Put it
this is
on.
what I do in the evening.
I don't have nothing for my
Are you doing the yoga here today?
Not here.
Did you say you work at Alton School Districts?
No, Granite City.
Oh,
High
okay.
school.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. I might have you on.
Yeah.
How do you like?
We put out a bunch of
Very
videos
good
too.
here.
Oh,
it's good.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's beautiful. I love that purple on you.
It's a
Looks so pretty.
Yeah.
See, Kathy's doing some. Hey, Kathy, can I turn off live?
no, I don't know.
Yep, nobody's on here. Bye, guys. Thanks for.
Thanks for live.
Do you know how to undo it? Yeah.